Good evening and welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers Workshop. Now, as you can see the logo in front, I don't know if I can go a bit closer, I probably can, down a little bit like so. Right, I've roughed it out. It's not fixed. The boiler is held on by a bit of blue tack, and then you've got the firebox behind that and the cab. They are made, they need trimming up a little bit, fitting properly, but that's getting pretty near. Now, the thing when I left you last night was I was worried about rolling the boiler. Now, if you see there, that boiler looks pretty reasonable. How did I do that? Well, I hunted around on YouTube and various other things to try and find out how you would roll a card boiler or anything round, a tube of any description. And I couldn't really find anything. So I kind of figured out a way myself. So what I've done, I've cut here a piece of card, which is roughly the same size as the boiler bit, thereabouts. Okay, now what I started off with, I paid £2 for this in the works. It's just a kind of plastic rolling pin type thing. So all I did was I put it on like so and rolled it round a few times like so. So the thing is, you don't want to put creases in. You want to just get it as round as you can. So that kind of breaks the back of it and gives you that. Then what I did, I found a piece of doweling. So again, you pull up the card so far on it and then just wrap it round. Let it go inside it like so. And just keep smoothing it round. Okay, now obviously that's going to be too big, but on that boiler there was a white line that you have to line up with. But you can see that you can curl that round. And then I've got a smaller piece so I can take it down even tighter. Don't forget, this piece of card isn't cut to the exact size, but it's not far off. So then I put this piece on and I rolled it even tighter on this piece of doweling, like so. So that's what happens. So keep it square so it doesn't roll at an angle, it rolls square. That's that. Then you can take that off. Now obviously this is a bit bigger, but basically you can see at the end that you're not far off round and it's smooth all the way round. So that is how you can roll the boiler, and that's all I did on that. Obviously there's not so much card on that as there is on this, so it rolled round much better. And then I just got a bit of the rocket glue on the end of a very fine point, went along for a little bit at the beginning, stuck that, held it for a little while till it was glued, and then went along and glued the rest to keep it pretty parallel. So it's all on there now. The bits are all cut out. They need a bit of shaping up and a bit of squaring up. Probably need, as you can see there, I've just kind of blown the cab off. The tender is all fixed in now, so I'm going to take it apart now so that you can see. Let's move the camera back up. Right, okay, there we are. So that's the tender with the bit inside. There's bits more to go on that. This is the cab. I will probably just paint it all black on the inside. On some of the models you get the actual control sheet that goes in. This particular one hasn't got that. And then you've got the actual firebox, which is that bit there. It just needs squaring up a little bit and changing. The boiler needs to go in the exact place. At the moment the boiler is on with a piece of blue tack, so you can see in the front and how kind of round that is. And of course you've got the smoke box door to go on and all the rest, so you can do a lot of bits and pieces from that. So there we are. There's the actual boiler, which again is it. So there are all the components now laying there. So that's what I've done so far. It just needs tidying up a bit now. And it was not too bad. I've got these bits cut out. It took time to cut the bits out. But to make them, just take your time. The next one will be better. And I think that's how it will go. So you just start with the basics and then go on. Now, today I got what I've been waiting for over a week now. So if you see on the wrapper there, it's got micro new models. So I think these are probably copies of the original. The printing looks a bit brighter and all the rest of it. So I think these are copies because it's got new on there. Now inside you've got, this is a 65-ton well wagon. There's 6 cards here according to this. So there's all the bits with the bogies. So this makes a complete breakdown train with all the wagons that are involved in it. Shows you all the bits there. This is the workman coach that goes with it. This is the part of the actual crane itself. And one is showing you the crane and showing you all the other little bits and pieces that went with it. Because you have match wagons and various other bits that all of the crane goes on. So that's that one that come today. And then there's another one that I've been waiting for to go with the other set. Again, this is micro new models. Now this one has got a locomotive shed, a water tower and a goods shed. Now because I want to build this into a diorama, this is what I want to make all these bits. So you can see here smoke jacks for the loco depot. That's bits that let the smoke out. This is the front sides of the water tower on that bit. These are the end walls of the depot. Then you've got the roof with the roof light. Then this looks quite nice, the walls of the loco depot, and glue structure here. So there's obviously another structure that goes on there. Loco depot again. So I think when these are made, and obviously these are going to be a little bit easier than that loco. Yeah, and there's the goods depot itself. So yes, that's the next one that I got. Now, when I look on eBay to find these, because there's hundreds out there, there's lots of people selling them. What I normally do is find one I like, and then I go on and I look at that person's other things that they have for sale. You'll find that there. You can look what else they've got listed, and you can go through, because normally if somebody's into this type of thing, they might have several. And of course, if you're going to buy, you may save postage if you're buying it from the same person. So that might be a tip, something worth doing. So I've got to try and get this back in these folders now, which I'm not succeeding. There we are. Good. So yeah, that's that one. That was 1 shilling and 8p when it was new, but obviously I think these are reprints myself. I'm not 100% sure, but it doesn't really worry me. They're not original. I know a lot of the other ones I've got are original. You can normally tell by the car, but these look all right. It's not going to worry me. You can see what the depot. So there's the depot, and then you've got the building alongside it. You've got the water tower, and you've got the shed, the goods shed. So yeah, and along with the other models that I've got as well, we should have quite a bit. So now we've got a breakdown crane as well. I'm going to make that start with. What I'm still going to concentrate on getting this loco finished, and I'm quite reasonably happy with how it's come. On where the green is there, I will probably paint that just a matte black like I did on the actual chassis bit. So that will go on there. And likewise, inside the cab, I will just paint that matte black for now. And we'll go from there. But on some of the other loco kits that I've got, they do have the actual, if I look here, there's the, just as a recap, see this is the micro models, this is the line side features again. Now this is an original set, because it just says micro models. So that's just that if you are a bit of a purist and you want the original thing, you can see the difference there. It hasn't got the little hyphen in there and the new written. So that's the original one of the station building, and this is a copy or reprint of that. Yeah, just to show you on some of the locos, you do get the actual cab detail to go in. I mean, I suppose the only thing you could do, you could photocopy that and cut that out and put it up in there, and it wouldn't really look out of place. So, you know, that's something I could do actually if I wanted to. So yeah, I might give that a go. There's the one here for the Midland compound, which would probably fit better actually. So yeah, I might do a photocopy of that tomorrow, cut that out, glue that in there as the cab controls. So just to add a bit of detail. So you can do all these things, whereas years ago you probably wouldn't be able to do all that. You'd have to buy another kit to get the bits. But anyway, that's where we are on this model now, and I think it's shaping up quite fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect at this whatsoever, but that's the actual cab. There's the cab roof, and it's got the little windows there for you to see out of. It's amazing, really, how drivers used to see. I mean, most of the time I think they had their head out the side to see where they were going, because if you're going to try and see through that little piece of glass there at the front, then I don't think you're going to see a great deal. But anyway, that's where we are. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and press the like button, subscribe if you want to, then you'll see the whole sequence of the videos. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye for now.